So what's up, guys? I've decided to take you with me on a journey from 0 to 100 millions with my technology company. Basically, I have two companies, but we'll focus on one in this series. And basically, I wanted to take you with me on all the stages from 0 to, in a couple of years to 100 million. And basically, the journey is always more valuable than the end result. And I just wanted to capture the most challenging, the most difficult periods in the stages of building a company. And hopefully you'll like it. So stay tuned. So let me take you to the beginning. 10 years ago, I started my own journey as a coach in the coaching business, in the educational business. And basically this started with a vision of helping other people. Always from my childhood, I always had this desire to help other people, to teach other people, to speak in front of people. And basically this, grew into an obsession, into a healthy focus of myself, where even I did not put the goal to become a coach to help other people, but it was just stronger than myself, So basically my journey started 10 years ago in the coaching industry, in the educational space. And when I entered this industry, I fairly fast, very fast, I've discovered that business in general, let's put our focus away from the coaching industry. Let's just look at entrepreneurship in general. It has so many components into it. You have to master branding, you have to master leadership, you have to, learn to manage a team, you have to do accounting, you have to do, especially in the day of today, you have to master social media marketing, etc., etc., etc. So when I started my journey 10 years ago, it was just overwhelming, right? The only thing that I wanted to do was educate. The only thing that I wanted to do was helping people, not be busy with 1001 things where I was not good at and where I was not even interested at, right? So the idea of today's technology, of the company of today, that I want to, really show you how I'm building it from the ground up into a brand that is doing $100 million, started 10 years ago. This is not an idea, this is not a concept that started like 1 month ago or even 1 year ago. This pain point, this itch, as I would call it, started 10 years ago, where I had a vision, I had a dream on becoming a coach, on educating other people, but eventually started to evolve into a very energy draining burnout, where I started to read every single book about sales, about branding, about marketing, about how to lead a team. And basically where I wished that there was just one platform, there was just one company, there was just one solution, as we would call it, where I just could place my services, my knowledge, my expertise, my talent, and they would take care of the rest. And that's basically where, the technology, the educational technology that we're building currently is basically taking care of that problem. Where you as a coach, as an expert, as I would call it, a talented person with a passion of helping people, the only thing you should focus on is just your talent, is just your passion, is just your goal of helping other people to achieve results. And we then, as a technology provider, we would take care of the rest. Payment processing, branding, affiliates, team management, customer service, marketing, infrastructure, accounting, like literally everything is done for you. And in these YouTube videos, in the YouTube series, I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you how we build this educational technology from 0 to 100 million in the next, let's say 3, 4, 5, even 10 years. And basically that's the reason, why I've decided to do this, because many companies, as we look today, for example, Airbnb, Uber, Revolut, Microsoft, Apple, the most interesting thing is not seeing an entrepreneur or a founder or a company do millions of dollars per month. That's not the uniqueness of today's world. The uniqueness in today's world is to see them do it from scratch. And that's basically the reason why I want to invite you on this YouTube channel, on this YouTube series, where you're gonna see me as a founder, basically, as a person who has 10 years of experience in the coaching industry, you know, solving all of those problems, you know, building a team, building the technology, you know, doing everything from scratch. And I'm truly honored and blessed, guys, to be able and willing to show you this journey. And my goal is really to, you know, to provide value on the side. If you're a founder, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a coach, if you're a person that want to achieve something, that I really want to show you what it takes to do it. So basically today I don't want to focus on the technology itself. You know, this will be for the next videos basically. Today I just wanted to focus on the introduction of why I want to do this and who is it for. You know, like for the past 10 years in my journey as an entrepreneur and as a founder of different brands, what I've seen is, you know, most of the founders fail. Let's say like 98% of most of the startups, you know, startup founders and in general people who are looking for success and multiple figures per year business fail. Let's talk about that, why that is, and what it really takes for you to, you know, start a successful business, to start a successful company. Why, you know, many people fail. Let's start with this before we really dive deeper into the technology, into the company, into the processes, you know, but that will be more for the next videos. So let's begin with success in general, right? Many people think, okay, I want to start a successful business. But I always say, you know, there is no such thing as a successful business. There is only successful entrepreneur, right? So this is why when investors invest into a business, they don't invest into a product, they don't invest into a company, they invest into the entrepreneur behind the brand, right? When we look at, you know, SpaceX, Tesla, you know, we think about Elon Musk, we don't think about rockets. When we think about Apple, we don't think about iPhone, we think about Steve Jobs, for example, or Tim Cook, right? So let me give like just a piece of advice that helped me, you know, launch brands into the 7 figures or even to the 8 figures. You know, it's very important to develop yourself more than you develop your own business. Obviously, yes, it's important to work on the products, on the team, on the revenue, on the compliance part, on the technology, obviously. But it's more important also, besides that, to focus on your own personal development as a founder, as an entrepreneur, as a CEO, as a managing director, right? So it all depends on how you view the world, on how you work with the people, on how you are willing to take risk, on how you invest into the product, into your people, into the vision of the company. Because eventually a company is not the product. A company is a vision that solves a problem within your audience, right? So this is the first advice that I would give you as if you're a founder or if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an aspiring person that you want to, you know, launch your own brand or you want to launch your own company. It all starts with you as a founder, as an entrepreneur. Ask yourself the question, which limiting beliefs are holding you back currently? Don't go into the product immediately. Don't go into like, okay, I'm gonna create a technology that is gonna revolutionize the way that clients use my product. No, like start with yourself. Because eventually, this is the harsh truth in entrepreneurship. If something doesn't work, it's not the fault of the team. It's not the fault of the product. It's not the fault of the economy. It's not the fault of the marketplace. It's just the limitation of the person driving the product to the marketplace. It's the limitation of the founder building the vision, building the team around it, right? So limiting beliefs is the first thing that you need to become aware of. This is number one. Number two is, if you've identified the limiting belief within yourself, not within your audience, not within your product, not within your competitors, not within the marketplace or the economy or the government you work in. If you've identified this, you really need to ask yourself the question, am I willing, and most importantly, am I able to change this within myself? Because flexibility is the number one skill of an entrepreneur that you should have. Like, look at different brands. For example, BlackBerry, Nokia, like there are multiple companies that were successful, started successful, but eventually got, pushed out by the competition, pushed out by the marketplace because they're just not flexible enough. Especially in today's economy, you have to be flexible. Why? Because the economy changes so fast, the cycles change so fast. Social media, marketing channels, what worked like 2 years ago, today does not work anymore. So you as an entrepreneur, you have to be willing and able to change your position, to change your mindset, to change your philosophy, to change your vision, even to change your team very quickly in today's market. So these two parameters are very, very important before you even start thinking about a product or a company. So yeah, that's basically, these two things are crucial in today's world if you want to become a successful entrepreneur. In the next YouTube series here on this YouTube channel, I'm gonna show you a little bit more insight of our technology, our team, the struggles that we have currently, the challenges that we have currently, the plans that we have. But I just wanted to start with this YouTube series, giving you like a little bit of introduction about myself, my vision, my mindset, and basically why am I doing these videos. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, because it's gonna be super valuable. Have a blessed day.